thin. Okay, and this is my own stuff. I bought this kit. This is the second tube that I've had to purchase, and I've had this probably 3 years because you need so little of it. Depends on how much you're doing it too. So this is the tint. This is a semi-permanent tint. It does need peroxide of a low volume to make it work. And if you didn't have that, then nothing would happen. If you don't mix these two together, you don't get any color. You don't get any lasting quality to it. And you're just eyeballing it. You could see I have a little tiny bit in there. I'm gonna put a couple of drops of this in. This is the brush that came with it. It's my applicator. And you're just gonna mix this till it's a consistency that you can work with, which is kind of creamy. If you, when you're mixing it, you get too much of one or the other, you have too much peroxide in here, you just add another little tiny bit of color and mix it together. And you're looking for spreadable consistency. And it takes a little bit to coax it into what I'm looking for. The color I use is called graphite. Well, it's like kind of gray or a really light black. And that's what you're going for. You want to take a look at that so you know what it should look like when you're doing it.
You're welcome, guys.
Yes, you don't need a lot, and it's not going to be the color. When you mix it, it's going to be a different color than what you think it's going to be. This is how all hair color goes. It's just how it works. And you can mix this, of course, in a souffle cup. Anybody remember what this thing's called?
Dapper?
Dapping dish. Yeah, good.
Go, girl.
Thanks.
Okay, so my goal here is to cover the gray in my eyebrows, which is not easy to do. And you'll see that even when it works, it's not going to take it all away because gray hair really needs 20 volume peroxide to do anything. So this is going to be easy. And all I want to do is I want to paint this on my gray hairs in particular. And I'm going to go for those first. And I'm moving them around so I can get it everywhere I want it, coated that hair. And I even put it here out on the skin, hoping it will look like I have a full eyebrow.
Like a tail.
Yeah. Because I don't have it. I'm just going back over it. I really want to get it saturated. That's why I apply it like this. You may not do it this way. You might just actually stroke it on like makeup, but I got to work harder to get these things covered.
And you can push the hairs kind of in the opposite direction because you have the barrier cream, so it's not gonna...
Right, and I don't care if it gets on the eyebrow line.
Yeah.
It's just either it's above or below that bothers me.
Oh.
And I still have time to clean it. You know, it's not gonna instantly stain me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm moving, you're right, I'm moving these hairs around so I get a better coverage. You won't really have to do that unless you have gray in your eyebrows. You can just apply it. And I'll go back over it so that it looks sort of normal. But you can see even close up here, some of these hairs just do not take the color. That's what gray hair's like. So I'm doing the best I can, and although almost maybe for 3 days I won't have to put any makeup on my eyebrows, but after that I will touch them up because it will start to fade. And like I said, I can't get them all covered.
For us, is there a difference in like the amount we should be focusing the product? Like, should we try to gradient it, or will it just?
No, I'm not in for all that. I know students do, but I don't think it's not that deep, you know, it's not gonna last that long, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll just go over where I might have smudged it, and that's all. 10 minutes, it'll be done.
Oh, I love it.
I usually
it.
forget I have it on,
Save us.
and it stays on a lot longer than 10 minutes. And actually, that's good when it stays on longer than 10 minutes because I get better results. But you could do it, leave it on for 10 minutes, take it off, check it out, and if you don't think it's what you want, you can mix up another batch immediately and put it over it. Like if you can't get it dark enough, that's all you need to do. It's not going to hurt anything. And one of them's a lot grayer than the other, so it's harder to do. But this is a nice thing for people with gray hair in their eyebrows or just want them darker. You know, they always darken them when they're working on them, but
If somebody has
stay.
pigment issues, like lack of pigment, like around the face, I forget what the skin disorder is.
Are you talking about like vitiligo
Yeah.
or leukoderm or something like
Would
that?
this work with somebody like that? Like, would you be able to still do their eyebrows even if it's an area where they're lacking,
Well,
the color?
it will slightly tint, like it just like my gray. It tints it, but not dramatically.
Okay.
Also, I don't use a very dark color either. I don't want it to be black.
Yeah.
It'll look black while it's processing, but that's not what I'm going for. And you know, the good thing is let's say I did this for the first time and I hated it. Use a little exfoliating formula or something like that. Scrub it off.
Oh,
It won't all come off, but it will certainly lighten it that you can live with it until it fades away.
Is it technically like dyeing your hair or your skin or both?
This is it will do both. It will do both. That's why you want to have the barrier cream, so you stop that from happening.